Hey everyone, I'm Boater.
I don't know. It's either Christopher, Chris, Vapor Trail, or Vapor, or Vapes. I have too many names. I'm sorry.
We already had a Chris as a guest host, so you can pick something else.
Call me Vapes.
Vapes it is. What are we making today?
Today we are making shepherd's pie, which...
Shepherd's pie or shepherd's pie? It sounded like you pronounced it differently.
What's the difference?
The difference is themed or not themed.
Themed. Today we're making shepherd's pie.
Let's cook it. So, needed for shepherd's pie is
1 pound, approximately, ground beef. 1 bag mixed vegetables. I like corn, green beans, carrots, things like that. Keep it simple. Mashed potatoes. I like to do the box. You can make them from scratch. Doesn't matter. Just make some mashed potatoes.
I'm lazy, so box it is.
Box it is. Beer. Guinness works best. You want a dark lager. I assume it's a lager. I actually don't know beer that well. I hope I sound smart.
If you don't, you'll have people calling you out on it. So that's the magic of the internet.
I drink light beer.
I don't drink beer, period.
So we have honey. This is orange blossom honey. Just get some honey. And you may not be able to tell. There's brown sugar in here. You won't need much, so just get some brown sugar. So the first thing you want to do, take your beef, put it in your pan.
Plump.
Look, didn't even have to touch it. Now, break it up.
I'm waiting for it to go flying.
It's frozen. Set your heat to a medium-high. Let your beef start cooking. That'll take a few minutes. Just let it go. Okay, so your next step while your meat is cooking is you can start warming up your mixed vegetables. You can put these on kind of a medium-low, so it doesn't take long, and you have a lot of other stuff to do. Okay, I need a measuring cup. There's no milk in here.
Ooh, that's kind of a thing that we would require.
We have soy milk.
It's time for an adventure.
I don't know if soy milk's going to work for potatoes.
I think it's time to find out. We are braving new and interesting territory on Boater Cook Something.
Alright.
Crossing fingers.
Oh dear Lord. So we're going to have butter and herb, vanilla, soy milk, organic potatoes.
That actually doesn't sound bad.
Oh.
I mean, it doesn't sound ideal.
Oh, butter.
Butter, butter, butter. Butter, butter, butter.
You need a make Boater better butter button. Country Crock. It says 2 tablespoons. This is a spoon.
Exact measurements are for wussies. Is there anything I can be doing at this moment?
You know, I'm so used to doing this alone, I probably don't even need you. Why don't you, go take a break.
Cool. I'll be off saving the galaxy.
I used a saucepan for potatoes. You distracted me, sir.
Maybe I'll just stay here. It's safer. Is there anything I can do to help out?
Open the beer, bitch.
That's unnecessary.
So the entire can, there's like a stir thing in here. It does a thing. Ask beer people, I don't know. Just pour it in there. Get the prize out.
This is gonna occupy me for like an hour.
You can't. You have to rip open the can.
Yeah, I know.
Was not being serious.
Keep stirring the meat.
Meat's starting to brown, so we're on our way. So you want to do something? Brown sugar, honey, make this taste sweet. So you put in about equal parts of each. We have to make it go from tasting like, beer to kind of sweet beer that is, warms your heart. I don't know how else to describe it. The job I learned this recipe from was a little independent place. We didn't have an exact recipe.
I was kind of old with it.
Until it tasted good. Why don't you dump some sugar in there? A couple of spoons worth.
About like that? A little more?
You don't want to do it all at once because the sugar has to dissolve. And this part, because I worry about my pan, rubber spatula. Stir it. Yep, needs more. It was pretty much the only thing I used my honey for, so I'm pretty sure this honey slightly tastes like beer already anyway. Don't got all day, sweetheart.
That works.
But yeah, as I understand it, shepherd's pie, basically shepherds would make it with leftover table scraps.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have any form of beef. I've seen the ones made with lamb. I've heard of ones made with chicken. You can do it with any variety of vegetables. I used to make them with broccoli on occasion, but it wasn't very good. So this is the formula that my old job used, and it.
He was a professional cook at one point.
Well, I was a cook, and they paid me.
Yeah. I use loose terms.
so while he turns off the heat on the potatoes, 1 bag of potatoes in the pot. Proceed to stir.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, your beef is boiling and it's a nice even brown, so get that extra grease out of there. Feel free to wipe any extra grease out. Grease is bad. Do not like grease.
Proceeding to stir.
You can take your mixed vegetables that have been warming up and dump them right in the meat pan. Your meat is a little less greasy, so you pour that in for a nice little stir-fry thing.
Looks like you should have a decently sized frying pan going into it, especially your first time when you're not quite sure what volume is going to be on everything.
Because you have approximately a pound of beef and then a whole bag of mixed veggies. It just makes for this nice, colorful. I'll just put like a little N7 in here. That didn't work. Okay.
We can pretend.
How are my potatoes?
Your potatoes are potato-y.
Okay, so let's take them off heat entirely. These are a little less white than usual. Thanks, soy milk. So, these are your 3 basic things you should end up with. There's your little meat stir-fry veggie dealie, your potatoes, and then your sauce. Which, sauce sample.
Sauce sample.
That's about right. It's pretty close. I've had sweeter versions, I've had drier versions. But do it to taste, do what you like, do it is good. It just should be like beer with a little sweetness. So you can turn that heat off. And now, for presentation. At the restaurant we used to have these nice oval boats. They're a good size. I stole one, I don't know where it went. But we
He
have bowls.
borrowed one, and
They went out of business, they're not missing it.
but not because of this recipe.
Not because of this recipe. You have to pay your electricity bill to run a business. Just saying.
Just saying. That's kind of a thing.
That's so cold. Make sure your veggies are done.
Make sure you don't go ahead and put the bag in there,
Yep.
too.
More stirring. Alright, soy milk potatoes. It's a thing. Wow.
Let's see how much of a thing we've got.
Why does that work? That shouldn't work. That totally works.
Does it work as well, not as well, or dare I say it's better?
About as well.
About as well, okay.
Yeah. There's a slight hint of vanilla.
Let me take on that side so you can work on the meat on. Stand.
It's a nice, easy recipe when you have a cold night in.
Even though it's daytime.
Alright, so food.
I like food. Food is also good.
For serving preparation, you take a big, hulking scoop of stuff at the bottom of your bowl.
Bulking scoop stuff. Okay.
Flatten it out. Nice and flat, ready to go. An equally hulking sized scoop potatoes right on top. You smush it over. So it's sort of like a layered thing with depth and layers.
And thing.
And then right on top, you take a nice scoop of your sauce.
A hulking scoop or just a scoop?
Can you hulk a scoop?
Yeah, I think it'd be messy.
No hulking, just scoop. 2 nice scoops. That is for you.
Many
Make that
thanks.
for me.
Oh, that's delicious. This is awesome.
Is that good?
Yeah. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite meal on the Citadel.
You're a geek.
You started it. Cut. Lunchtime.